I just want to make him proud. I want to make God proud. I want to make my mom proud. So I was like, you know what? If they're going to make fun of me over something that I cannot control, that is not my problem. That is their problem. That God is real. If you do not believe that God is real, I'm going to. I'm going to make a video. We're basically taking a drive together, okay? I'm on my way home from work and I wanted to make a video, but I've been working all day and then I'm gonna go home to my boyfriend and I'm tired and I'm like, well, I can't make a video because I'm tired. I'm not gonna be able to do it in front of my boyfriend and I can't sit in my car and make this video right now because it's late, making all these excuses. But I said, hey, let's just drive. Let's take a drive together, okay? So we're gonna take a drive together and we're gonna do another podcast episode. I don't know what to call it. A chit chat video? Chit chat drive with me. Chit chat, be my passenger princess, period. And we're gonna talk about my faith, basically. I'm going to give my testimony. That's the topic that I wanted to talk about. And why I'm a Christian, why I'm trying to get closer to God, my struggles with Christianity, all of the above, because I know there's people out there who may be going through the same thing as me, or have gone through the same thing as me. So if you have any tips or tricks, I'm here. Okay. The verse of the day while we're at a stoplight: anyone who enters God's rest also rests from their works, just as God did from his. And that's Hebrews 4:10. I like that. I like that. I'm going to talk about my testimony a little bit. We're going to start off, I've told you guys that I have a disability. It's called Transversemyelitis. It basically is when your body attacks your spinal cord. So essentially I have a spinal cord injury. I was supposed to be in a wheelchair for my entire life, for the rest of my life. I was supposed to be in a wheelchair, but God willing, I'm able to walk now. I'm not perfectly 100%. I still have a limp, and if I go to big places, I have to be in my wheelchair, or I can bring my walker, but you know, I get a little tired too fast, so I prefer my wheelchair. But I have a walker for, you know, for when I can walk around and don't have to be in my wheelchair. But essentially, I have a hard time, okay? My left side healed, but my right side did not heal all the way, so I'm still struggling with my disability, but I am not as bad as the doctors told me that I would be. The doctors told me I would never walk again. I would be paralyzed from the neck down for the rest of my life. I would, you know, I would have to be in a wheelchair. I would never live a normal life. And I believe that. Okay, I believe that, and that's one of the reasons why I kind of struggled with, like, relationships back in the day, because I really felt like I would never be loved and I could never love. I would never love myself. I would never accept me for who I am, because my whole entire life was taken away from me. The 7 years that I lived without this disability was just ripped away from me, and I was completely different. I had to learn everything again. I had to go through so many trials and tribulations you don't even understand. At 7 years old, and for the rest of my life, I had to go through so many things. So many internal battles I had to go through. Most of them alone, because, you know, I've never really been the type to talk about my feelings. I know I'm strange, but I never have. So I always had to internalize that and figure it out for myself and get over it myself, because that's just how I am, you know? So yeah, but I'm here. I am still here. I am still on this earth. I'm still living life. I am still trying to figure things out. I am not letting my disability or the world or people make me feel like I don't belong here, you know? No matter how many times they tried, honey, okay? When I was in middle school, I was bullied by this girl. She saw me walking in the hallway, and she started following me, and then there was like a group of people like all the way behind us, and I was walking past her, and she was like, ugh, she got that nasty walk. And at first I tried to ignore it. I was like, okay. And then I hear the group of people laughing behind me, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And that was my first time I had been bullied that I knew of. I probably was being bullied before, and I just was oblivious to it. But this is the first time that someone was laughing in my face at me because of my disability, something that I couldn't control. And that broke me. That broke my heart. That was the middle of my 7th grade year. And at first I didn't say anything about it because I was like, you know what, single situation, it's, you know, it's whatever, I'll go back to school, nobody will know, da da da. So the next day I go to school, I walk past the classroom, and I heard people speaking in the classroom, and they were like, oh, there's that girl, go say it. And then somebody hung out of the classroom, and they were like, oh, she got that nasty walk. And then I hear a whole classroom laughing at me. And then the whole day I'm looking at people, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're all laughing at me. And that's when I became like really conscious of like people looking at me and laughing at me. And because at first I felt invisible. I felt like nobody really even saw me, because, you know, nobody really paid attention to me. And then now everybody is paying attention. That's what it feels like. Everybody's paying attention to me. Everybody's laughing at me. Everybody hates the way that I walk. And I'm just... So then I was homeschooled. I told my mom, I'm sorry, I cannot do this. I cried to her, and I told her, I told her everything. I was like, please take me out of school. Please, I cannot handle it. I cannot do it. And I was alone, okay? Since middle school, well, okay, my elementary school, once I, you know, had my sickness or whatever, I didn't really have that many friends in elementary school. I had friends, but like, you know, they were elementary school friends. Once I got to middle school, nobody was I had no one. Literally no one. I was by myself. The only people I actually had conversations with were people that they had to take me from class to class, because, you know, they had like student helpers and stuff like that. But I didn't have any friends. I didn't have people there for me. So I was going through this alone. And so my mom took me out of school. In the middle of my 8th grade year, I was homeschooled. And in the middle of my 8th grade year, I was like, you know what? Put me back in, coach. I said, I'm not letting these people bully me out of school. Because even though nobody paid attention to me and I didn't have any friends, I didn't want to be alone. I liked the socialization of being around people, even if they weren't talking to me. I just liked being around people. So I was like, you know what? If they're going to make fun of me over something that I cannot control, so be it. That is not my problem. That is their problem. That is something that they're going through internally, that they can't handle somebody being different. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I told my mom, I said, I gotta go back to school. I can't do this homeschool stuff. I still can't to this day, by the way, fast forward. But yeah, so I went back to school, and I kind of ignored everybody, and like I stopped trying to talk to people, stopped trying to be social. I just really just kept to myself and did my school shit. And so if people were bullying me, I didn't know about it, but it wasn't as bad as it was my 7th grade year. So yeah, I was still a loner. Nobody talked to me still, but nobody messed with me either. So that was great. That was amazing. So that is my testimony for that situation. People are going to think what they want to think. The only person's opinion that should matter to you is your own and God's. Okay, period. God really helped me when I was struggling through that. That is something that I really miss from when I was younger. I really heard God speak to me. I felt God with me all the time. Like when I was struggling, I would go straight to him. I would be talking to him. I could feel him listening to me. Nowadays, which is why I'm trying to build my relationship with him again, I don't feel like he's near me. I don't feel like he's hearing me. I don't feel like he's listening to my prayers or answering any of my prayers, really. I feel so far from God. But when I was younger, we were like this, okay? He was my best friend, okay? Literally, because I didn't have any friends. I had God, and I really want to get back to that. I really do. That is my goal in life. I'm still struggling with being, you know, the Christian I know I'm supposed to be. I'm struggling with that, but I'm working on it, and I'm trying to be more disciplined and do the things that I know I'm supposed to be doing, because that relationship that I have with God was really special, and you know, he was always there for me. And so yeah, so I was not supposed to be walking. I'm walking because of God. I almost let people tear me down and make me feel abnormal and like, you know, like a leper, basically. I got over that. So we're gonna talk more about other things. Sorry if you caught my freak out. I had to pee. One of my struggles with my disability is I have a very tiny bladder, and when I gotta go, honey, okay? So when I was just learning how to walk again, I couldn't stand up straight. When I would stand like this. I would be standing like hunchback, basically. And so it was my birthday. We were getting ready to go to my birthday party. And I prayed to God. I said, God, all I want for my birthday is to be able to stand up straight. Just give me the strength to stand up straight. Please, God. And I will never forget getting off of my bed, standing up, and standing up straight. That is one of my favorite stories, because that is literally God. That is, like, it could be nobody else, nothing, not me. It was God. It was God. I literally prayed to God. I said, God, please help me. And he helped me right there. He healed me. He stopped me from being hunchback, and he gave me the strength to be able to stand up straight. God is real. If you do not believe that God is real, I'm going to. You're silly minded. There's no way that you can believe that God is not real. He is real. I know he's there. I know he's there even when I cannot hear him, when I cannot feel him. I know he is there. I just have to find my way back to him. I have to put in the work to make sure I can hear him, because I know he's still listening. He's still making things happen for me. I just can't decipher things all the time, but I know he's there. He would never forsake me nor leave me. Another part of my testimony is that when I was younger, I think I mentioned this, I believed that I would never be loved and that I would never love. I believed that nobody could accept me for who I am, friend-wise, boyfriend-wise, husband-wise. I just truly believed that nobody was going to be able to accept me for who I am. And that was a really sad feeling and experience that I experienced when I was in grade school, high school even. I thought high school would be different, but no. I was literally all alone. Nobody messed with me. Nobody talked to me. Everybody kind of pretended that I wasn't there. I was very invisible. If you can think of a movie where the girl was invisible, it was me, baby. Nobody paid attention to me at all. Literally, I'd be sitting there and no one would know it was there. I was invisible to everybody. And so I believe that my whole life was going to be like that. My whole life was going to be me being invisible, nobody paying attention to me. I prayed to God. I said, God, please send me an angel. Please give me somebody who would love me for me, be there forever. Just give me an angel. And he sent my best friend. And we are still friends to this day. She's actually having my god baby. And then I was like, oh, I can be loved. I can have a long-lasting relationship. So then I started becoming more confident, believing that it would happen for me. I would just have to get there. I would just have to find the right people. And then I found more friends. I had friends, didn't have friends, I am at a place in my life where relationships can come and go. I know that not everybody is permanent in my life. Some people are going to be temporary, and I have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with that. But my point is, God is real. God gave me the people in my life. He pushed away the people that were not supposed to be in my life. He continues to push away people that are not supposed to be in my life. He continues to bring in people that are supposed to be in my life, that are supposed to guide me to Him, that are supposed to push me to better things in life. My boyfriend is a very patient little angel. Obviously, he's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. He has his days. I have my weeks. Oh, I have issues that I have to get through, but he has been very patient with me ever since he met me. I have deep-rooted issues from my childhood, and he is teaching me that I am lovable and that I have to stop pushing people away, and he's a really good man. And I thank God every day that He sent me the people that are in my life today, because I would be nowhere. I would have no one if it wasn't for Him. Everyone that's in my life right now is really an angel sent from God. I truly, wholeheartedly believe that, and I will stand by that for the rest of my life, because I just believe that without Him, I would be nowhere. I would have no one. I would have nothing. God is one and only true God, and I believe that, honey. And you should too, if you want. You should want. God is a good man. God is a good God, and He will do things for you that you believe is impossible. Just give Him a try, okay? Give Him your heart. Give Him your soul. Let Him know that He is your God, and watch all of these doors open. Watch miracles happen for you. God can make anything happen for you. You just have to believe in Him, and you have to believe in His process, and you have to believe in where... I am so bad at talking, but God will make it happen when it's supposed to happen. It may not be your timing. It's God's timing. Always. God created you. God created your path. God created what your life is going to be like, one way or the other. Obviously, we have free will, but we should all be seeking God. We should all be seeking a relationship with God, knowing Him, feeling Him, always. That's my testimony. Those are all the things that I've gone through, big things that I've gone through, that I knew He was there right by me. I am still trying to find the purpose in my dad dying. I still haven't gotten there yet. That's a big thing that happened to me, to my family, that I am still not understanding, but I know there's a purpose for everything, and I am so sad that my dad is not here anymore. But my dad lived a long life. Not long enough, but he lived a life for many, many people. He didn't grow up rich. He didn't grow up privileged. He grew his life into what he wanted it to be, with God by his side, of course. But my dad, if he was here, he could have written a book. He went through a lot of things, and he persevered through it, and he created such a great life for his wife and his children, so that even while he's gone, we are all still taken care of. His family is taken care of. My dad did his big one, and I just want to make him proud. I want to make God proud. I want to make my mom proud. I want everybody to be happy and good. Sore subject, obviously, but anyways, I'm gonna go before I start crying. But just know that God is real. Everything happens for a reason, and you're gonna get through it no matter what. You're gonna get through it. You just have to believe. You have to have faith. You have to continue to push. You cannot give up. You cannot let life and circumstances and things that you're going through bring you down. You are allowed to feel your emotions, but you are not allowed to let it take over and make you someone who just lets life kick your ass. Do not ever do that. Seek help from God. Seek community. Seek His word. But do not let life stomp on you. Because if you do, it's just, you're going to go down a dark path and you're never going to get out of it. I've seen it firsthand. I've known people who just let life suck the fun out of the God out of them, their spirit. I've seen that. So don't let it happen to you. Just keep pushing, keep swimming, and keep seeking God. But I'm gonna go now, and I am arriving home. So thank you for driving with me, passenger princess. Don't give up on me, and I won't give up on you, and I'll see you on my next video. And I am filming this the day before Valentine's Day, so if you're seeing this on Valentine's Day, then happy Valentine's Day. I plan on having this uploaded by tomorrow because it's not long, so it'll be easy for me to edit. But, you know. So, anyways, bye.